So the Detroit Lions, shocked a lot of people, mainly because they were on the fringe. They were on the fringe of making the playoffs, and I've said it from the very beginning. Even though I'm a Vikings fan, I really believe the Lions are going to win the NFC North next year. I really don't think that the Vikings can keep up with what the Lions do offensively. Like and plus they're going to get better defensively through this draft. Let me count. You have the number 6th and 18th overall pick. Like, this is almost unfair. Like, this is just. They're going to get a lot better very soon. So, but today we are talking about our first scenario and how we think that draft will unfold for the Detroit Lions. It's our mock draft 1.0. That means a couple of different things, and I'll just bring it to it here. With our first mock draft, that means the first thing is no trades. We're just going to stick and pick, see where the board falls, see what players would fit in and do a lot of good things there. And the second thing is just have fun with it. So, and yes, no trades this first time around, but there's going to be a lot more of it as we get moving here. So don't worry about that. So here we go. 7-round mock draft, speed high, because I ain't got that kind of time. Then you go for a care for positional value. Here is a relatively high speed, low drag from the popular is it CPU game, Red Alert 2? Whatever. Point is, we also got high draft needs here. Draft for needs, because I want this to be as realistic as possible. And how do we double down on that? No randomness. Not going to happen. Let's get into it, because I know I'm talking way too much. So we're going to start the draft here. Depending how things kind of fall, I mean, the Lions are going to have their choice here, but I think it's honestly going to be one of those things where Brian Bresee, he's just a stud. He's just an absolute stud. Like, if Jalen Carter, like, maybe if you want to trade up for Jalen Carter, fine, but Bresee's a stud. I love Brian Bresee. He's going to be a very good player for the Lions down the line. Now, you find yourselves here at 18. This would actually be kind of a good trading down spot, if you ask me, because you could accrue more capital here for the Lions to potentially help out their defense and some offensive positions as well. But for the most part, I think that they're heading in the right direction. So from here, you're sitting at 18. You're in a position where, yes, you're sitting pretty good at wide receiver. Your offense really doesn't need a whole lot. I mean, it's just that good. So defensively, you're looking at things like, so we got interior defensive lineman, you got linebacker, you got corner. Part of me wants to trade down here and get more capital, because I think you can trade down and get Trenton Simpson, who I think is the best linebacker in this draft class, both in terms of covering in space and also tackling ability. Trenton Simpson, he's just an absolute stud. So, or do you go BPA here? Do you get Michael Mayer? Like, that would be low-key very tantalizing. Like, do you get him the pick here? Like, I know that we're all kind of reeling from the whole TJ Hawkinson thing, but your tight ends for the Lions actually stepped up this year, so I'm not really that worried about it. So for this one, just for all intents and purposes, I want to go Cam Smith so bad. I really do. I'm going to go Trenton Simpson at linebacker here. Listen, I know it's, again, and if I could trade, I would trade down here a little bit, because I really just want to see where things kind of go. But Trenton Simpson here, absolute stud, best linebacker in the draft. You get things started. Oh, and then you get Kelee Ringo to follow you at 45. What? Okay, awesome. Okay, so you got your linebacker, you got your corner, you got your D lineman. All your three of your draft needs are really met here. So you got Kelee Ringo really starting things out good for you here. So now we're in a spot where, you can really just go where the picks take you. So JL Skinner's there. Zach Korbanik's there. Who else? Who do we want to go with here? Isaiah McGuire's there. I would love to trade down in this spot, but there's a lot of good talent here. Henley. Do we want to go Skinner? Like, I know the Lions were pretty good at safety this last year, but Skinner's almost too good to pass up here. Like, you really want to help. It never hurts to, you know what, I'm going Skinner. Plus, you'll be back at 81 to get your linebacker. I really think you're going to have a lot of good linebackers in this draft to be able to choose from. Noah Sewell will be there at 81. Okay, we're going JL Skinner. JL Skinner, come on. That kind of value, helping you out in the secondary and doing a lot of different things for you. You love it. Oh, please, Noah, he's there. You also, I mean, you didn't really need him, because you already addressed that with Trenton in the first round. So again, you can really just kind of go along here. Now, defensive lineman. Coburn's there. Yeah, I think you go Keandre Coburn here, and I don't think you are really that mad about it. So I'm going to give you guys a little bit of a quick recap here. So yes, at 6 you get Brian Bresee, back-to-back Clemson guys going there, by the way. So Bresee, yes. Then you get Trenton Simpson there, yes. Then you go down and you get. Let's see here, 51 or 48. Yeah, Kelee Ringo. Then you're back at 55. You get JL Skinner there, the safety. So you've got most of your needs met. I think you go Coburn here, and you sleep really good at night coming back from that one. So now we're in a position here where we've basically kind of low-key doubled down. You got all your draft needs. Again, with some of that, I would definitely trade back because I do think you can get guys like Simpson a little bit lower. He's ranked as the 29th overall prospect right now. I think you can get him at like 22 to 25, so you can trade down there. Now we're in a spot where, again, BPA, you just love it. So, all right, let's see. Zavala's there, Haggard's there. I'm a huge draft for value guy, so the fact that you get Jalen Redmond still there, I mean, let's be real, the Lions need help on the run defense. So Redmond, yeah, I go Redmond here, and I'm not even mad about it because, again, I really feel like this team, I know you've got Aleem McNeil and all those guys on the D-line, but it never hurts to have another guy. Ooh, Josh Wild's there. Do we go tight end here just because it's always, yeah, I'm going Josh Whyle. Josh Whyle's so good to pass up. You cannot tell me you're not gonna be mad at yourself for doing that one. So then we look at the rest of it here. Let's see. So you're at 194. I must just want to trade this away for a future pick next year. Because I've loved how this draft has turned out. So you've got tight end. Does it make sense? Who's that wide receiver? Thompson's there. Chattanooga. Nick Hampton's there? Okay. Kenny McIntosh. I kind of have a little bit of a draft crush on Kenny McIntosh. So here, I know that the Lions don't need a running back, but at the end of the day, you've addressed really everything you need on defense. Never hurts to have another good ball carrier around, especially since DeAndre Swift is, he's got injury troubles, but Jamal Williams is a stud. McIntosh is also a stud. So, yeah, really liked how this shaped out for the Lions. Things are looking up, definitely. So, you start things out there with Brian Bresee at 6. He's just a wrecking ball there in the middle. You're not mad about that one. You absolutely love to see it. So, it is what it is there. So, you got Bresee there at 6. 18 is Trenton Simpson. Listen, Trenton Simpson's the best linebacker in this draft. Make no mistake, coming out of Clemson. So the fact, again, you get him at 18, you could have got him probably a little bit later, but again, it's just our first draft. You're just trying to see how things kind of fall there. So then Keely Ringo, you get him to fall to you in the second round. First round talent, second round pick, love it. Then you also get J.L. Skinner to help you out on the secondary there. I think he is definitely a guy that could be a very good starter in the NFL, so that's really good to see there. Then you get Keandre Coburn out of Texas, the defensive lineman, getting after it, love it. So you double down on defensive line already. You triple down, actually, because then you get Jalen Redmond there. Again, might be a little bit too much emphasis on defensive tackles here, but hey, you had a tough time stopping the run last year, just about, well, everybody else did. My Vikings were no better. But, again, I might have liked to go in a different space here than getting Redmond there because I know you doubled and tripled down there. But I just love Redmond and Coburn so much. And then, yes, Josh Whyle out of Cincinnati and then Kenny McIntosh. So they gave us a B+. Again, the Lions, they might want to go in a couple of different routes here. They probably could maybe get more wide receiver help. I doubt it, but I really like how this turned out. Your offensive line is good. You don't really need to worry about stuff. Yeah, things are pretty good. So, but that's it. That's our very first 2023 mock draft for the Detroit Lions. Make sure you guys like and subscribe down below. Leave a like and a comment. It helps people find the show. We greatly appreciate all the support that we've gotten and continue to get. You guys are all truthfully awesome. We love every single one of you. Down in the description below, you'll find all of our social media platforms. So give us a like and a follow there. Also, remember to give us a listen and sub on iTunes. And finally, if you have anything else you'd like us to cover, send us an email at thesportsbp@yahoo.com or put it in the comment section down below, and we would love to cover it. But let us know what you guys think about our very first mock draft for the Detroit Lions in 2023.